Hello, I'm Frank. I'm Frank Morales. I'm a dad first, with a big D of my 4 sons, and a Parisian for more than 20 years now, and I can't imagine to live somewhere else. And this beautiful place in the world, the city where everything is possible. What excites me about my job? Yeah. Probably the fact that I was believing in this complete platform solution, seamless solution, what I have to do in terms of value proposition for many years now. And now it's time to deliver it, to make it happen. So it's very exciting. Why are we better? Oh, very simple. Me, of course. But no, seriously, I think trust from our customers is there. Of course, the Orange Business amazing teams and skills align and combine with our very important ecosystem of partners, and that makes us difference. What inspires me on a daily basis? Wine. Wine because, first of all, I like it. And for inspiration, wine is something that the more you learn, the more you understand that you don't know everything. So it keeps you an everlasting student and very humble. The project I'm looking forward in this new role job, is to end it. To end this new role, because it will mean that we have completely finalized our own transformation with a bit of success, and that I have no doubt about.
I'm passionate about my work, passionate about my books, passionate about my Legos, because I play Legos, yes, with my kids. And I'm curious of everything. The benefits I want to bring to a customer is to be sure he will be proud of the work we do together. I want the customer become an ambassador of our common job, because I'm sure OBS can bring a lot of value, not only money, value. We can transform data into value for the companies, and I want that our customer will become an ambassador of our works and speaks about that to his colleagues, to his providers, to his customers, and so on, and to be sure that we can extend our footprints. What is inspiring me? First, my colleagues. I have fantastic colleagues. I have a lot of talents. I can mention Mick, Didier, Valérie, Olivier, Franck, Lionel, Ada. I have a lot of colleagues. And really, the discussion I can have with my colleague inspire me. Second, the clients. I love to speak to clients, to listen to their challenges, to listen to the mistakes they had made. I love to read some experience, good experience, but also bad experience on the market, because you learn a lot from the bad experience on the market. So a lot of discussion, in fact. And I like to speak with people with a different conviction than my conviction, just to have maybe a better conviction afterwards. And that's the magic of the ideas.
Who am I? I'm Serge Scherzer. Who am I as a person? I'm actually someone who's actually moved to France about 20 years ago, and been living in Paris since then, having a blast since I've arrived in Paris. Well, I don't know if I could say that, but definitely one of my heroes is definitely my dad. He's been for me a role model from the very beginning. A lot of values, being a hard worker, a loving father. I talk to him every day. He's actually based in the US, and we FaceTime every day. I'm working on a huge project right now, which includes contact center capabilities in Augmented CX. I'm currently working on a project which is called Workplace Together WebEx, which is very much related to what Marie-Hélène is doing also, but which includes, so this is with Cisco, it's one of our partners, and we have an entire go-to-market around the augmented CX as part of this project. Why is it so much fun? First of all, we have, I'm actually running as a program manager of this initiative. There's 7 work streams. I'm working with people I've never worked before, not only from EIC, but there are people from CSNO, people from sourcing, from finance. So it's really opening up. It goes beyond everything we do at EIC, our enriched interactions and collaboration business unit. And it's all the diversity of these people that are bringing all their knowledge and skills to actually make this a successful initiative.
I am Marie-Hélène Bryan-Sware. I live in London. I'm half French, half British. I love reading, I love old cinema, especially French cinema from the 40s, if you want to know everything. So the idea of working for telecoms has been with me for quite a long time. Apparently, I've been told, at the age of 6 or 7, I used to tell my mother that I really wanted to build telephones for the Chinese, slightly randomly. But the idea to work for telecoms actually stayed with me. I guess we had fairly early on internet access, so-called mobile phones, which are big suitcases, weighing 5 kilos. And I thought it was just extraordinary. I thought it was going to change everybody's lives. And so honestly, really early on, I was set on working for what was at the time France Télécom. We have seen since the beginning of the pandemic in particular that the way we work, the place we work, and the reason why we work have changed a lot. And there are loads of employees across the globe working for small and large organizations whose life has been completely changed by how they were working. And I just think it's really, really important that people get provided with the right workspace. And I really want, the second thing is I really want this to have a positive impact. So if you think of the way people work, it has an impact on their health, has an impact on their work-life balance, has an impact on the environment as well. And I just want all these things to be positive. One thing that's really, really incredibly important for me as a manager and just as a person, I suppose, is diversity. We are one of the companies building the way people are going to work tomorrow. And so that has to be done with diverse teams, because B, it has to be used by a very diverse crowd. I'm just amazed at how when people actually come together and share the same goal or objective, they can find solutions to things that when you are on your own, you would think are just, you can't do anything about them and you're going to be stuck on that forever. And just that collective intelligence, I suppose, when I see it at work, I'm just like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is, how you properly work. This is what it's all about.
I'm Emmanuel Routier. I'm living in Brussels. I have 5 children, and I enjoy living in Europe, especially Brussels, which is the center of Europe. I have sometimes difficulties to explain to my children, especially the youngest one, what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is that, Daddy is taking care of making sure that people's problems in the industrial sector are supported, solved, with solutions coming from the company he's working for. So what is great in that new position is that we are taking care of the customer issues, customer burdens. And it's not about providing a piece of technology. It's about providing solutions to their pains in the industrial environment. To work on that domain, we need to work as Orange Business Services, but we also have to work with the Orange countries. They can bring a lot to that solution, to our solutions. They are part of the family, their solution is part of our portfolio, and I know how to deal with that. I will be bringing also to that role my knowledge of the industry. So Industry 4.0, smart industries is a very specific domain. Some could even ask why Orange Business Services is in that domain. We have some strong assets, knowledge, people, expertise, and solutions. I believe I can lead people, and I'm known for that. I believe I can make people working together. I believe I can have, I would say, under my responsibility, people coming from multiple horizons in terms of expertise, in terms of origins, in terms of languages. We, Orange Business Services, we have a unique position. We are an operator integrator. So we know how to manage critical networks which are so important for the industry. We are also integrating infrastructure and system, enabling to do end-to-end solution. Finally, we are local and global. When we start with a plant, we need to make sure that we can replicate it globally. So that's a very important element. And I would add transversally our capacity to provide very robust solution in terms of cyber defense and cyber security. That's a strong asset for industry.
I feel like Tom Cruise in the croisière, in the croisette yesterday.
Yes. All right.
Orange Business Services.